Hi everyone, it's me, B Kelly Sunflower. So I'm on again to do another unboxing, and this is called the Macabre Tarot by Samantha West. Samantha West is also the creator of the Rainbow Moon Tarot. Okay, so let's see. Let's open up this deck and have a flip through. So I've had this deck on pre-order for the longest of time. I think it was like from March last year or May last year. Okay, so let's open up this gorgeous box. Okay, so it's got like a thing here. Let me see what happens. Okay, let's try that again. Wow, so that's kind of like a creaky sound. I might just put this back on afterwards because might be a bit irritating after a while. So let's take out the cards and the mini guidebook. I have seen a larger guidebook of this on Amazon, but it's not written by the same author, but it's the same title. So let's put the cards to one side and let's have a look at the guidebook first. So it's by a Rockpool Publishing. It is 90 pages. To my husband Curtis, who is my guide, my muse and my best friend. Without you, this deck wouldn't exist. So she's acknowledging her husband. Very nice table of contents. It gives you an introduction, how to use the cards, and when it goes into the major arcana cards, the minor arcana cards, you know, highlighting each suit. So there's bones, which I'm assuming is wands, daggers, which will probably be swords, crystals, which are pentacles, and cups. It looks like it's got the same suits as her other deck, the Rainbow Moon, but I'm not sure whether the wands were bones, but I do remember seeing daggers and crystals in there. So let's have a look at the introduction. In Jurogan psychology, the shadow is the unknown parts of self, shadow work, a long process that involves meditation and introspection, allows you to dive deep within your own psyche and connect with the parts you wouldn't otherwise know. The Macabre Tarot is a deck designed for shadow work, the exploration of the sides of yourself you prefer not to see. Many shadow workers allow themselves a safe space to explore their own darkness. Tarot is great. It's a great tool for opening yourself up to your shadow, as it asks you questions you wouldn't otherwise consider. Shadow work happens when you stop pushing out the dark, intrusive thoughts, both of anger, sadness, and disgust, that sneak in when you're trying to fall asleep at night, and take the time to get to know them. Knowing your true, authentic self is only possible when you work to understand all your sides. The Macabre Tarot is about all things dark and scary. The artwork was born out of the artist's own shadow work and explorations of the macabre, the dark and creepy side. In the spiritual community, we're often encouraged to only embrace the love and light, but shadow work demands we use both sides of the coin. While creating the art, the artist acknowledged the positive message each card has to give. For me personally, I do believe that, that tarot can help our shadow side, but I think we should do it in conjunction with a psychologist. I don't think people should try and attempt to heal the shadow side without professional kind of help. That's just my take on it, but people can agree or disagree. It also talks about how to use the cards. It gives you some spreads, so it gives you a single card spread, explore the rainbow spread, coffin spread, tombstone spread. I mean, it goes into the cards, yeah. So it's a very similar layout to her other book of the Rainbow Moon Tarot. So with the cards, it gives you a full colour image of the archetype. It gives you an upright well, not meaning, rather like upright keywords and reverse keywords. So, for example, now the 4, upright it says new beginnings, innocence. Reversed is at risk, recklessness. Then it gives you like a explanation, but it doesn't seem to give you a reversed explanation. It only gives you reverse keywords. So, and stuff, and it does that for all of the tarot cards, including the minor arcana. And at the back it gives you a bit of information about the author, but unfortunately, because it's the way the print is situated, it's a bit difficult for me to read. Okay, so let's have a look at the cards. So let's take this off and compare the size. Okay, so the backs are fully reversible, as you can see. They've got like a mattish kind of feel. The sides have got this beautiful gold kind of edging. So let's just compare for size with a regular RWS card. So this is my Abona weight. And size-wise, yes, they're about the regular size of a regular Rider-Waite-Smith card. Okay, so let's flip through these cards. So you got the 4. These are like black and white cards. I like the way that the guide is coming out of the mouth, you know. The Magician, beautiful rabbit or hare. It's got the affinity above the head and all 4 suits above. Divine, so this would be the High Priestess. You got the, you know, the eye and stuff. I don't know what the symbols mean. Hopefully it should be in the book. Got stars there. Moon, the moon phase and stuff like that. So this is ethereal, which is the Empress. Interesting. It's like a mermaid, angry looking mermaid. You've got the Rigid, which will be the Emperor. That looks like the Aries, you know, because I always associate the Emperor of Aries. You've got the Aries ram horn there with the eye. The Guide, that will be the Hierophant. It's Book of Knowledge there. The Lovers, it's a set of Siamese twins, so being entwined. That could be in a contract or in a relationship. The Chariot, wow, 2 ghost eyes. Strength, snake there instead of a lion. The Hermit. So instead of having a gold lantern, he's got like a gold halo around him. It's bottom half. The Wheel of Fortune. So you've got Justice. Looks like it's an egg timer. The Hanged. It's like a mermaid there. Death. You've got the butterfly there that represents transformation. Temperance. Interesting take of Temperance. I'm not seeing how, I guess that he's balancing, trying to get an even balance by his balancing in this egg cup or wine glass, whatever you want to call it. The Devil. Looks like a Capricorn. It's got the Capricorn kind of look there. The chains are around and stuff, but no people. The Tower. Haunted house. The Star. It's like a Medusa. Look at the snakes coming out of her head. The Moon. Creepy. The Sun. It's a happy face. Judgment. And the World. So I can see kind of bits of RWS in there, but I think it could also be its own system as well, to be quite honest. But I think a beginner might find this difficult to read with. So moving on to the suit of, I'm assuming wands for bones. Let's just see. So you've got the Ace of Wands, the 2, or bones, sorry. The 3 of bones. Looks a bit pippish. Yeah, I think this is possibly the bones or the wands, because this is about, you know, 4 of wands, setting that foundation and stuff together. Five. That's the 6 of wands. 7. 8 of wands or bones. That's fast movement. That's 9 of bones. And 10 of bones. So the Terror of Bones, I'm assuming, is the Page. The Nightingale, I'm assuming, is the Knight. The Haunting, I'm assuming, is the Queen. And the Mascara is the King. Love her afro. So let's go on to the suit of daggers, which I'm assuming is the suit of swords, and it's my favourite suit in tarot. So you've got the Ace of Swords, the 2 of Swords, the 3 of Swords, the 4 of Swords, Five of Swords. It's a bit pippish, I think, for me, this deck. It's 8 of Swords. Nine of Swords. And 10 of Swords. I think because it's his own system, I might find it a bit challenging to read with. And then you've got the Terror of Daggers, which would be the Page, the Nightingale of Daggers, which would be the Knight, the Haunting of Daggers, which would be the Queen, and the Massacre of Daggers, which would be the King. So moving on to the suit of crystals, which would be cups. So you've got the Ace, the 2, Three of crystals, that's 4 crystals, 5 of crystals, 6, 7, 8 of crystals, that's 9 of crystals, and then that's 10 of crystals. So moving on to the court cards, you've got the Terror, which is the Page. I like the look of the card. You've got the Nightingale, which would be the Knight, the Haunting, which is the Queen, and then you've got the Massacre, which is the King. So moving on to the final suit, which is oh, that's interesting. So the crystals would be pentacles, sorry, not cups. Because you've got the cups here, so you've got the Ace of Cups. The Two of Cups. Three of Cups. Four of Cups. Five of Cups. So the cup suit in this deck seems to be the less pippish of the cards to me. That's Seven of Cups choices. And you've got the Eight of Cups. Nine of Cups. Ten of Cups. So moving on to the court cards. You've got the Terror, which is the Page. A bit sticky. The Nightingale, which will be the Knight. The Haunting, which will be the Queen. And the Massacre, which is the King. So I'm not really sure about this deck. It's quite a different deck. I like the box. I like the book. Even the artwork is appealing, but I think it's what the artwork is about. I don't know whether I'd be able to read with this deck because it's something that I haven't experienced before, but I will give it a go. I will still try and see if I can read this deck, and if not, I'm definitely going to pass this deck on. They shuffle very nice. They're kind of like a matte kind of finish. I will leave a link for this deck in the description bar should anybody be interested. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.